Good eye to you, Sam.
Good eye.
We've got Lette Ronni Ancona today. What are we cooking for them?
So to start, we've got a tomato salad, which has got a fish sauce dressing, and we're going to top it off with crispy ginger, garlic, and chilli.
Oh, nice.
And that's kind of Italian vibes. With a bit of Thai as well with the fish sauce.
But when Kylie comes round, she puts the marigolds on and does the washing up. Oh. Now that's a perfect guess.
Bread. I love bread.
And then to the main, we've got spaghetti with capers, we've got fennel, we've got anchovies and pine nuts, and that is because of their love of pasta.
Lovely.
And again, the Italian vibe.
Fantastic.
A gastronomic love god.
I used to be a cleaner, not really, but it's kind of.
Do me, Ronnie, do me.
And then for pudding, because we've already had sticky toffee pudding on the show, and Kathy loves sticky toffee pudding, we're going to go instead of similar flavours, we're going for a treacle tart.
Is that a lot harder on the top?
A bit hard. Well, yeah, it's different vibe. It's like breadcrumbs inside, and Ronnie loves bread, so give her that as well.
Will it be with ice cream or custard?
Clotted cream.
Oh, now
goodness
nice. Yes, nice.
Oh, I'd like a pint of wine.
Well,
experts.
what are you doing still here?
I'm going.
Go. Oh, we love Aldi in our house. And the specially selected range is great for sprinkling a little bit of luxury into your everyday food shop without blowing the budget.
That's right, and with specially selected, you can enjoy premium food at low Aldi prices and all quality ingredients.
So if you're looking for Spanish-inspired small plates for a picnic or an Aberdeen Angus ribeye steak for date night, Aldi has specially selected options for every summer occasion.
So go on, treat yourself. Get down to Aldi today. Welcome, Lette and Ronni Ancona.
Yes, we've got.
Who wants
very
fish sauce for
opposing-
breakfast?
we
Because
have very-
what we're going to do, we're going to have a little starter and a drink, and then fire some quick-fire questions at you.
Oh, my favourite sound, the best sound in the whole wide world, besides "Here is your Booker Prize."
Yes.
Who's the best cook?
Oh, now you didn't have to think about that one at all.
No. The only thing the only time I bake is on the beach.
Ah.
She no can't. Am I allowed to expand
Yes, go on.
this?
It's supposed to be
please.
quick, but I
Or
can't
not?
help. But
Or
I'd
we
rather.
so quick
no,
fire, 'cause I
The
don't
questions
know.
will be
I'd
quick fire. The
expand.
answers
Verbal
can
diarrhea.
be slow fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Kathy is possibly she'll say, "Why don't you come round for dinner? I've just got a few friends. This is very casual. It's very casual." And you'll go around, and it's like it's like Madame Two Swords. There's the you're like, what the hell? They're iconic figures just standing around in her kitchen, like huge, towering. And she'll invite them round for dinner, but she will not cook.
No.
But she gets a boyfriend.
I'm very good at the human menu. I think it's more important what comes out of a person's mouth than what goes into it. So I always have a really good human menu. I have a prime minister, a pop star, a poet, a pianist.
Oh my God, that's so good. Yeah.
Yeah. And I give them really good champagne. And then I fill the fridge up with good ingredients. And at some certain stage I go, I suppose we should eat something.
And by that time, everybody's too polite
And then I
to say
open
anything.
the fridge and then and everyone peers in to see what we've got. And then I pretend to help for about 5 seconds. And then I just slowly step back.
Oh, I love
And then
that.
everybody else does it.
Is it because you're
They're so
rubbish at
famous,
cooking,
some
or
of
do you
her
just
guests.
not enjoy it?
I'm
They're
terrible.
so famous, her guests, that sometimes I'm going, what the hell am I doing there? Until I realise that I'm there to do the cook. Could you put these hors d'oeuvres?
Ronnie's there to do the cooking.
Could you just
Scramble
like
something
heat
up
some
for
stuff
us.
up for us?
I'm like, it's all about, you've got...
don't want to go for gold in the name dropping Olympics, but when Kylie comes round, she puts the marigolds on and does the washing up. Now that's a perfect guest.
Yeah, it
That
is.
is a perfect guess. But you have got the amazing Brian, who
And I have got a
cooks
great boyfriend. Yeah.
So is he a good
brilliantly.
cook?
Well, I had 2 husbands who didn't like to cook, but now I've got a beta boyfriend, and beta males are good at cooking. So the great thing about having a younger male, they adore you, don't bore you, and do all your chores for you. And can I just say, the reason I don't like cooking, it's a feminist statement, because I think Emily Pankhurst spent all that time getting us out of the kitchen. Why would I want to go back in? So, but I want to say to men, the way to a woman's heart is through her stomach. That's not aiming too high.
She says that to me as I'm slaving up the hot soup.
Cheers,
Absolutely,
everybody.
but
Let's try this.
Yeah, cheers. What is
cheers.
it? What are we drinking?
This is a riff of your Kathy Cassis, the cocktail that you have. It isn't a Kathy Cassis because I couldn't replicate it. But it is a riff, so it's got berry flavours and it's also got your favourite champagne.
Oh my God.
What are we eating, Sam?
You have got a tomato salad with a fish sauce dressing, And on top of that is going to be some crispy ginger, crispy garlic, and some crispy chili.
Yes.
Why did you have a cocktail named after
Kathy
you?
Cassis.
Yeah.
Well, I was the best thing that ever happened to me. I was made writer in residence at the Savoy Hotel. Yes. Do you remember? Because they wanted to rekindle their literary links. A lot of famous writers had lived there: Oscar Wilde, Somerset Maugham, Zola, Noel Coward, Kathy Lette. Natural segue, of course. And I had a suite on the river for like 3 months, although I stayed about 3 years. They couldn't get rid of me. And they asked me would I like my own signature cocktail. So we put a lot of research into that, you can imagine. Yeah. And this is it, Kathy Cassis, champagne, bit of lemon juice, a bit of strawberry. And do you guys know who Julian Barnes is? The famous writer?
Yes.
Booker Prize winner. He's lovely, but he's very uptight. He kind of wears pinstriped underpants. But he came and had a drink with me, Kathy Cassis, and I said to him, "Oh, Julian, I love having a cocktail named after me, but I'm slightly worried about all the men who can go around town now saying that they've had me." And he said, "Don't worry, Kathy, darling, as long as they say you went down rather well." I thought for him that was so risque. I couldn't believe it. So let's see if I go down very well.
Yes.
They were glorious days.
Cheers.
Cheers.
The residents.
Yes,
There, wasn't
I've got
it?
my own omelette there too, Kathy omelette.
That's fantastic.
I
And
know.
did you eat yourself?
Well, it's good for
This
a
has
girl to be
already
self-sufficient,
descended
I
into
think.
a-
Yes. It's a beautiful lobster.
When I said quick fire,
Oh, yeah.
Get us back
Sorry,
on
go
track.
back on
Come
track.
on.
Go back
Get
on
us
track.
back
Okay,
on track.
who is the most adventurous eater? Maybe Kathy, if she
Yes.
has actually sampled herself.
Yes, the only thing I don't eat are my words. I've eaten fugu fish. I've eaten piranha.
Oh, my God, what was
Yeah.
piranha like?
Well, I decided I should eat it before it ate me. It's like dieting from the inside.
Have you had that weird Japanese fish where you literally dice with the...
Fugu fish is like it's like gourmet roulette.
And so, God, do
have.
you not know if it's going to sort of poison you or not? I mean...
Yeah. So
It's a bit like a lot of her cooking, actually.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. The reason I don't cook is I don't want to go down for manslaughter. You know, I have burnt down 3 kitchens. I mean, this is not my natural habitat. I'm quite stressed being in here.
I have
very
eat-
dangerous place.
I have eaten some of your food, actually, darling, but it's just the way that she won't follow through.
Yeah.
You know, she'll start and she's so full of good intentions. And I've got any thought about putting that in the oven.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd rather be chatting and drinking and quipping and quaffing. I'd rather be doing. But also, I don't like my boyfriend wants to write me a book called "Where the White Things Are," you know, because that to me is a terrifying area, and it is dangerous. Look, Sam, how many times have you singed yourself, cut off a fingertip?
Too many.
Yeah,
Got any left?
So have you really burnt down a couple of kitchens?
I have burnt down 3.
My
Really,
God, what
3 kitchens.
happened?
One was where I mistook the jug. I thought it was an
She doesn't
electric
even know what
jug.
utensils are.
And
That's
it was
how bad
a
it is.
gas one that went on the hot.
Yeah.
No, it was the other way around. I thought it was. I put the electric jug on the gas. one.
Yes.
And I was at my sister's house, and she's in Australia, and I kept saying, "Those bushfires are getting close." And suddenly these flames got leaping out of her kitchen. That was one
my
time.
God.
And
One time.
and one time I put the what are those steamers, bamboo steamers? I thought,
for dim sum.
yeah, and I thought, oh, you must put that on the gas. Another kitchen gone.
Oh, you put that directly onto
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the next time I was trying to cook for my boyfriend once on his birthday, and I had a packet cake mix, and I thought, oh,
Why would you do that? It's his birthday. You're supposed to give him a good
I thought
time.
you can't go wrong with like just a steak and boiled potatoes. And I thought, oh, I'll melt the butter. I thought I'll just melt it a bit, so I put it in the microwave. Of course, and I didn't realize there's foil in the
Oh, my God.
flames. I didn't actually burn that kitchen down, but it got a bit singy.
She adds a new context to flambe. Let me just
Yeah.
She
I put
really
the flame
does.
into flambe. So, you know, it's very bold of you to actually invite me into this
It
kitchen
is.
right
But
now.
you obviously enjoy eating the food that's cooked for
Oh,
you.
yes, of course. I love that. But no manual labor. I think also when you're a mother, you've had to cook 3 meals a day forever. You're tethered to the kitchen by your heart and your apron strings. So whoever wants to go back in there again.
I know exactly.
Do you? How many kids do you have?
I've got 4 children.
Oh, my God.
Ranging from 4 to 13. And sometimes you feel like you're working in a cafe or something because all they want to do is just eat. And then somebody won't want that. Then 10 minutes later, they want to be fed that. And it's oh my God, just constantly cooking and cooking. And it does take the enjoyment out of it because it's just like, oh my God, it's just constantly taking food out and then they don't want it and then they do it. Oh God, it's just exhausting.
Oh, and when I met my second husband, guess who he was going out with?
Who?
Nigella.
Oh my God.
He broke up with her for me, and I used my smoke alarm as a timer.
Oh my God.
So he really came to regret that. We'd be looking at each other over a bowl of baked beans.
Did he bring over any tips from her then? Any cooking tips?
No, because of course he's an alpha male.
Tips.
The thing is about
never
Nigella,
cooked
who I
anything.
adore, and I think she's brilliant. The thing about everything becomes, even making breakfast, everything is a big thing.
Art form.
It's
Yeah.
sort
Yeah.
of bread. I love bread. It's so primal and it's like the very essence of life. And when it's cooked, it's called toast. And you're like, really? Did that,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the mystery of cooks, you see. You're good at that. You're making everybody like, you know what I mean? You're quite protective, I think, of your skills.
I like Nigella too, but my favourite recipe would be domestic goddess roasted slowly on a spit. Because she's put women back in the kitchen. No, be liberated, run free.
I remember
So,
doing a couple
yeah.
of sketches with Nigella, and I did the takeaway thing about now very easy, very quick, and it's going to basically picked up a takeaway menu, phone this number.
Yes, I do
Or
dial
make it
my
yourself.
finger to the bone ordering takeout. I'm very good at that. Very good.
But Brian is really.
He's a
come
good
on,
cook.
He is a very
good cook, my guy.
Plus the fact, what he does, Brian, he doesn't just decide on one specific dish. He literally throws it all over because she's an Oz. And by the way, I've got to say something about you and food now because it's really annoying. She's a very, very close friend of mine, but she just leaves the country for 6 months a year. Right?
3.
She goes, I'm off. And then torments me by, back in blighty rain and, torments me with these pictures of her looking amazing on a beach, usually with a plethora of young men, with cooking prawns on the Barbie. And I'm just like, But because you do sort of, I think Brian, he's gone quite Aussie in his cooking in that he will do the chicken, he will do the prawns, he will do the fish, all in one.
He learned to cook in a really interesting way. Sam, you'd like this story because he's a musician, and he grew up. When he got a scholarship to the Royal Academy of Music, came from Derry, Bogside. When he got to London, he had to play guitar in restaurants, and the chefs liked him so much they'd take him downstairs and cook for him. And while they were cooking, they'd teach him. So he can really cook any cuisine just from watching. And because he's Irish, he can cook for masses of people. So I exploit
Like a whole,
him. I exploit
a whole
him terribly.
country, a whole population. He'll quite.
I love the mystique surrounding this man. It's I would love
He's good, isn't it?
if he was allowed out, I'd love to meet him.
Oh, he is chained up. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. I didn't tell you that. Awkward. Sometimes he's allowed a longer chain when he's cooking.
And because he's my favourite meal, Brian.
With his guitar just out of
on a
reach.
bed of meringue.
Yes.
Yeah. That's right.
How did you guys first meet?
Whipped cream orgy.
No,
yeah.
that's so not true because the thing is, Kathy has a glorious sensual life. Basically, every man I've gone out with has turned gay. Thank you, Ronnie. I was
It's a
unsure
special skill,
about
Ronnie.
my-
It's her recipe
I was
special.
unsure about my
special skill.
sexuality.
Success,
Now I
yeah.
know I'm a scream queen. Literally, I'm hanging on to my husband, who's now crying at Strictly Come Dancing, and also, but Kathy is a very sensual person. I have no idea what she's talking about when she talks about
No, we
sex.
didn't
I
wait-
go, what is that? There's a strange white noise coming out of your mouth. It feels like I remember it. There's something in the back of my brain, but we're poles
We're
apart.
very opposite in every way except
Yeah.
sense of humour. We
I'm
actually
much more
met.
of a prude.
I
than
met
this
when
one is.
Ronnie had just won a huge comedy prize. What was that big comedy prize that you
I think
won?
it was an Oscar, was it?
Oh, and of course we just met and we could not stop.
Should have been.
I love what I love about England, Britain, is it's the Wimbledon of wit. People are funny. When you go to a dinner party, the banter that's lobbed back and forth, you know, and you're the Navratilova the backhanded compliment. You know, it is so witty and so wonderful. And so Ronnie and I met, and it was like a Wimbledon match.
Well, I'll tell you what we did. I think,
it was love at first slight because we were teasing each other.
I think what was interesting that we met each other a very, very long time ago now. And I think we you know when you get on well with somebody because we started to be rude to each other immediately. Right. There was no, it was like we'd cut out 25 years. She's slagging me off and we've only just met. And you're like, oh, okay, this is where we are. Literally like an old married couple immediately.
But you can only slag people off if you don't mean it.
Oh,
right?
yeah,
do you know what I mean? You can only really do that. If
it was mischievous.
Yeah, but
if it was truthful, you couldn't do it.
We are very different, actually, though, aren't we?
Yeah. That's the yin and yang. But it's great. That's good.
What do you like food-wise? Do you like the same sort of thing? When you go out together, who sort of chooses the restaurant? Do you like the same food? And
I'm much more interested in the chat. So I'm very happy to abdicate all responsibilities. He's taking it away.
Got another course coming.
Really amazing stuff coming.
I loved it. I love the citrus on that.
Oh, yes.
Can you talk me through what you did?
So you've got some fish sauce, lemon juice, olive oil, some mint. And you've got obviously your tomatoes, some crispy ginger.
That was really lovely.
And I will try and do that in the kitchen, and it's just
and it was so light as well.
Get all the recipes on Good Food app, and then you'll be able to make them yourself.
You know the bits of, did you have garlic in it as well?
Crispy
How do you make it crispy? Do you just fry it or
oil
something?
On a low temperature so you don't burn it.
Right.
You know what you are, Sam? A gastronomic love god.
Sam, is there
Why do
any,
you never
is
say
there
that to
any
me?
food that you don't like?
No. I'm not a huge lover
You're
of
talking
offal.
too much, sorry.
No.
You're doing that thing, you're
not.
looking at them going,
No.
No, I was looking at
Who
when I
booked
can
these two?
rub my nose.
Who booked them?
Itches.
Who's responsible for the
absolutely
booking?
not.
Oh.
I think we need to next time get you an apron which says
gastronomic love god. Yeah. I told you. It's
so delicious.
The greatest aphrodisiac for women.
So you can get all the recipes, Sam?
Yeah, on the Good Food app. You can just download it.
There's not many foods I don't like, but I tell you what, I don't. It's
thank
not that
you.
I don't like them. I think they're evil. I think they're the grapes of the devil.
What?
Brussels sprouts.
Oh my God! No, I absolutely love them.
No,
I do.
because I know what you're
like
going
them.
to say.
Yeah.
though. It's because you are going to say that you finely chop them and you fry them in a bit of the.
No.
But I mean, it's the little, it's the soggy yellow heart.
I don't mind that, right? Because I don't enjoy cooking, and I I love it if somebody's cooking for me and they're doing it all
same.
nice. But if I've got to do it myself, I'm kind of like, I'd rather be practical and go, okay, what do we need? Bum, bum, bum. When I first met my husband, I did spaghetti bolognese by doing just a bit of spaghetti with a tin of tuna on top, and that was it. And I was like, here we go,
gourmet.
you know, it was absolutely fine. But with Brussels sprouts, boil them. If I'm doing it myself, boil them, take them out, nothing else on them. I'll just eat them like I'm eating peanuts or
I
something.
thought we got on so well.
Yeah.
I
No,
really
I won't, but if
sensed
somebody else is doing them, batter them, do whatever to them. I don't mind.
Could be made into a vegetable, it would be a Brussels. Do you not think?
Well,
It's the
I
fart
do,
of-
but
I
then
don't,
I
but
like
I don't
most
mind that. I
films.
love them.
I love Brussels.
Okay.
Really
Plain,
love
or do you
That's because you live in Europe.
Lots of salt.
Weirdos.
And really cooked to within an inch of the life. You know, really
Oh,
mushy.
like proper 1960s.
Yeah.
Well, where did you go?
Have you eat your Brussels?
Proper
Where did you grow up?
1970s. Brussels.
Nottingham.
Nottingham. Okay, and was that considered a delicacy in Nottingham?
Did
you deep fry it as
We
well?
can't all
in
have giant
batter?
prawns.
It's not that far.
Oscar.
Can I tell you what you're eating?
Oh,
Yes,
yes.
go on then.
It is spaghetti. Apparently you both love pasta, so I'm hoping that's true.
Yes.
It's got
Love pasta.
no
The only
sprouts.
women in London who eat carbs. Go on.
No sprouts, but there's fennel, there's capers, there's anchovies, there's pine nuts, and that's all fried up. Lots of oil, good olive oil, and then also some garlic as well.
Well, we get up to
Lovely.
capers, Ronnie and I.
Nice.
Often. So it's a perfect dish for
Right,
us.
that's exactly why we did it.
Brilliant.
Lovely.
Oh,
Yes,
Should we have
so
it? We're supposed to have a
delicious.
whiff first. Yummo.
That's so
Smells
gorgeous.
nice.
This is delicious, Sam. Thank you so much. Italian, I hear that's one of your favourites, and you went to the Amalfi Coast together?
Well, Ancona, she has an Italian name.
Well, first of all, Ancona is Italian city on the Adriatic coast, and therefore because that's exotic. But it's a smelly fish port with a bad football team, so it's like being called Ronnie Grimsby. So most Italians, you say, they go Ancona. Oh, You know. Although I've been there once, and I tried to reclaim it. I went round the city with Mabel. Bring your firstborn to the market square, the Queen of the Queen of. And I was really disappointed because I had my airplane ticket and my credit card. I was buying things, and I go, look, it's Ancona. I'm from Ancona. Nobody was impressed at all. No one cared. But
we did a travel story because I write travel pieces quite often, and Ronnie was always saying, "Why don't you ever take me? Look at these exotic places. You should take other friends." And I said, "Okay, I will take you somewhere fabulous. We're going to do the Walk of the Gods along the Amalfi Coast. Food will be fantastic. The best thing women like to do is walking and talking, because then we can have guilt-free gourmet later. We've walked off the calories and we've talked the whole time, and it's been fabulous. So walking and talking, Amalfi Coast, great. 5-star, it's going to be amazing. We get to the airport in Naples.
I'll let her do her version, and then I'll.
I'm looking around for our transport. I'm thinking, where's the transport? And there's a bus there with lots of like people getting
old
on.
men with one yellow tooth in their head. Hello, my name is Eric. I'll be on your tour.
And I'm thinking, thank God we're not going on that bus. Where's our transport? Where's our transport?
Yeah.
And then we finally realised we're on that bus.
Oh
With,
my God.
Hello, Eric and Derek.
And we drive up and we get to this, what I could only describe it as a youth hostel.
It was a hostel. It was a youth hostel.
And so we get taken to our room and we go up and up and up and up and up. He says it's like a nun's room. There's these two single beds.
Oh my God.
And I was like, this is something's gone wrong. It's outrageous. I said, I'm going to get us upgraded.
I'm quite tall, as you know. The beds were like 3 foot tall. There were cots, basically. There were two plain
and I'm going to get us up, Ronnie. I'll get us up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, something's gone wrong. I will get us upgraded. I go down. I'm down there for quite a while. And then Ronnie's up in the room. You can take over now.
So I'm going, because I am literally, and also just to put this in context, really, really annoying, because she goes to the most exotic places and she's always going, and Ruby and her are after, we're in the Maldives, and you know what I mean, because we're just calling because we're swimming with dolphins, and then we're going back to the Four Seasons, and I'm like, what the hell? I know you. Why me? Why? And all I get ever in life is like a kind of wet caravan holiday in Northumberland or something, any travel piece I've been in. Anyway, so I'm very, very excited about this. And we're in the youth hostel, and there's a little and I'm not fussy. Am I fussy? No, I'm not fussy. No. But this is,
pretty grim.
It's like it was like a prison,
basically. So cutting get to the story.
She's in very bad
room,
about this.
and I'm down in the foyer, and then
I just hear this laughing. And she's this
coming
hysteria, and I'm going, oh, this is good. She's sorted it out. We're going to be
climbing
on
upstairs.
suite. And I said, and she's crawling along.
I'm
so hard. And I said, what's happening? What's happening? Did you get the upgrade? And she says, this is the upgrade.
This was that room was the upgrade.
Oh my God.
So there was fluorescent strips on, or lights on all the time,
and then it
wasn't
rained.
Yeah.
It not just rained, it rained like that the whole time. But we had the best time. We made friends with everyone, all the Erics with one tooth became our best friends. We made them get up disco dancing every night. Yeah. The walk was amazing. The food, well, not the food at the hostel, let's draw it.
Was the food at the hostel
But when we go down to Positano and places, we'd sneak off and get good bowl of pasta and whatever. And
but you wrote the article, but they weren't very, the people, the tour people weren't that pleased, were they?
Oh, yes, they were.
Were they? They were pleased.
You just made that up.
No. I mean,
we could have fun in a paper bag as long as there were air holes.
Yeah.
We'd be fine. And some pasta.
So
Is that the last time
champagne.
you've been away together, or have you been away together since then?
I owe her. You've reminded her now. She's going to really torture me. I will take us somewhere fabulous. I will. New York, we're thinking. Manhattan.
She always takes people that don't need to go away.
Ronnie always says,
you know what I mean?
She's living Larry David's life without the
money or the accolades. I have Larry David's life without the money or the accolades. I'm the only person who doesn't find Curb Your Enthusiasm funny, because I mean, I know it's brilliant, but I go, well, that happened to me. That happened to me.
Yeah. For her, it's a documentary. Yeah. But I do take her good places. I took her to meet Frida from ABBA. Hello?
Oh, yes.
This was, yes, that was quite a funny story.
What happened?
Well,
Can I put a little bit of context in this? So I grew up in Scotland, And at that time, in the 1870s, no, just generally, at that time, actually, everything was a bit dour in Scotland, you know, and the weather was dour and everything was dour and the football was, and there was a general lack of hope in the country. And then ABBA, the great ABBA, brought out that song, Super Trooper, where they said that I was sick and tired of everything when I called you last night from Glasgow. And the whole of Scotland's like, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Oh my God, did you hear that? Did you hear that? They mentioned us. I know, what the hell, right? I know, like Glasgow. They could have had any city in the world that could have said, like, you know, I was sick and tired of everything when I called you last night from Paris or Sydney. But they didn't. They said Glasgow. And it whipped up this euphoria of excitement and, you know what I mean? And where it's not as bad here. It's not as bad here as we thought. This is great. The weather's crap. Everything's rubbish. But ABBA, they chose us.
I know.
I was sick and tired of everything. So I told...
Yeah, she told me this. So we were going up to. Do you remember John Mortimer, wonderful John Mortimer, who wrote all the Rumpole series? He was my best friend. He used to call himself my toy boy, but then he said it would take him 2 weeks to get a soft on. But anyway, we were going to dinner at their place up in Turville Heath, and Frida had moved to that area, and she was friends with the Deep Purple guy, John Lord, our dear friend, who was the pianist. And so they were all going to dinner at John's place. So I said, Ronnie, I'm going to take you up, but you cannot mention ABBA because Frida doesn't like to talk about ABBA.
Yeah.
She's moved on.
Yeah.
We don't talk about it. Don't bring it up. If you bring it up, you'll be slapped and put it back in the boot.
Yeah.
She's like, I'll be good. And the whole way there, driving there, I'm going, don't mention ABBA. We get there and John starts on the piano, John Lord,
Couple of free
Frida
glasses
starts
of
singing.
champagne.
I just popped out for a second to get, you know, a napkin or maybe a glass of wine. Come back. Ronnie's on the table
With Frida.
belting out the entire
In a Glaswegian accent.
Oh my God.
With Frida, loving it.
And Frida, actually, she did.
Loving it,
No,
singing
there was
along with me
there
in
was a
Glasgow
moment I
dialect.
looked at Frida thinking, oh my God, are we going to be in social Siberia?
Yeah.
You know, is it all over for us? And there was just a moment where she flickered, where she could have gone one way, but she went the other.
Yeah.
And she sang along, and she's
In a Glaswegian
accent. She's dancing, and then everyone's singing. So Ronnie to the rescue.
Yes.
But that was only, just to put it in context, I'm actually bizarrely, even though I talk too much and I have verbal diarrhea, I'm actually very shy. And this is the problem, Sam, is for me, I could not drink at all but champagne. You know, champagne's the thing. If I have a couple of glasses of champagne, it's
Couple of bottles.
Jekyll and Hyde sort of thing, and I suddenly will sort of, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Be a bit more.
It is very welcomed here.
It is.
Yeah.
It
It really is.
But
So
did you
I'm really
originally
good.
train to be a teacher? Because, like, when you were growing up, did you have this wanting to perform and this, you know, and your accents and was that there? And did you stifle it to then train to become a teacher?
Well, no, I basically, I did, it's a horrible comedic cliche, but I was a bit bullied or very, very uncool, very awkward. In fact, I'm so uncool that I could be cool because I straddle on, you know, when you
Yes,
like
straddle.
fascism and
Can I just
communism.
say, our favourite position?
But I just, I was very, I was quite sort of, I think I ended up sort of inadvertently doing lots of voices and impressions of people, probably to distract from, you know what I mean? I know it's a bit of a cliche. But I didn't know. I trained as a commercial artist initially. I was at St. Martin's Central, and then I went into teaching. But I was also kind of trained in drama. But I did very tragically used to be able to do, you know, pre-digital, when people wanted for sets and TV and film wanted fakes of pictures when they needed them, they'd ask me to do it, and then I would end up copying people's. I mean, it's tragic. I'm like a horrible cuckoo.
Moving on to the teaching bit. That's what we want to know.
Oh, teaching. Okay. Yes, I taught
She's
in
very tangential. Occasionally I have to go,
Yeah.
Holloway Boys School. I used to teach at.
Oh my
A
God.
very rough school.
she took all these tough boys. She decided to
Paris.
take them to Paris To the Louvre. Did you go to the Louvre?
I took them to Paris. I was very
I bet
naive.
they
And-
loved you.
well,
Oh my God.
I thought it was a disaster.
They
were
go to the
real-
art.
They were real street kids, and I managed to get them on some dodgy estate, way out of Paris. That's all I could
No,
afford.
they couldn't afford to stay.
Raised the money to sort of get them out there, and it was absolutely mental. And I confiscated so much CS gas and flipped knives from. I mean, just to give you some
This
context
is just
of
on
the boys.
It's on the bus before they even get there.
I'd have these extraordinary. We go to the Museum of Modern Art, and there's no social filter with them. I love them so much, but they were really tough kids. They were difficult, and they'd go like, "How much is that picture worth, miss?" And I'd go, "Oh, it's a priceless piece." Yeah, well, it's crap.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, oh, no. That artist. It was the first. It's never been done before. The artist. Did that the first. I could do that myself. Okay, it was absolutely extraordinary. It was very illuminating, and I thought it was a terrible disaster. But years later, when I was, I just won a award, and it was my moment in the sun because Big Impression was on the show and stuff. And I was coming out the tube, and someone shouted my name, and I thought it was because they'd recognised it. And this very tall, middle-aged guy came up to me and said, alarmingly middle-aged. I thought, no, why are you so grown up? And then he said, you took me on an art trip like this, and I said, oh, I'm so sorry. He went, no, but you inspired me. It took me 17 years, but I became an architect.
No way.
So I was like,
fantastic
cried,
story.
and the show had won a BAFTA the year before and everything.
Yeah.
I know, Kandinsky in it. That's what I should call it.
Kandinsky in it. Yeah.
But
That's
it
a great
was
title.
That's a fact.
Kandinsky in it. Yeah.
But it was extraordinarily. They were extraordinary, but it was really, really fascinating. And I was so naive at the time, and I'd raised the money, doing to get them there. But it was amazing.
I think that's amazing,
That is
considering what you
amazing.
said that you suffered kind of a bit of ostracization at school and bullying and stuff like that.
Eat it.
That you then chose to not harbour any resentment, but actually give back and become a teacher and give that to.
But thank
children at school.
goodness
Yeah.
for school bullies, or we'd have absolutely no comedians.
I know that's so
Because
true,
it's a
isn't
defense
it?
mechanism. I just developed being funny. I call it the black belt and tongue fu. And I like to give quiplash because I grew up as a surfy girl. And the surfy girls were so beautiful. They were blonde and blue-eyed and perfect legs and perfectly proportioned breasts and everything. And I'm a bonsai brunette whose bra cups do not runneth over. So I had to develop some other technique to get laid,
Yeah.
Otherwise the Pope would be ringing me up for tips on celibacy. So I learnt to be witty, quick-witted. And so, yeah. So I think we owe our childhood trauma to our future success.
Sam, can you tell us what I've just inhaled?
So you're going to have treacle tart, which is, because I know, Kathy, I think one of your favourite puddings is sticky toffee pudding, but we've already had that. So I've done a riff, which is like a sort of
Excellent
in a
riff.
tart version.
Oh, a tart for a tart. Perfect.
I didn't want to say that, but it
Well.
was.
It's only true. Yeah.
Oh, we love Aldi in our house. And the specially selected range is great for sprinkling a little bit of luxury into your everyday food shop without blowing the budget.
That's right, and with specially selected, you can enjoy premium food at low Aldi prices and all quality ingredients.
So if you're looking for Spanish-inspired small plates for a picnic or an Aberdeen Angus ribeye steak for date night, Aldi has specially selected options for every summer occasion.
So go on, treat yourself. Get down to Aldi today.
I left school at 16. I mean, the only examination I've ever passed is my cervical smear test. I'm an autodidact. It's a word I taught myself, surprisingly.
She is magnificent with words. She's a true wordsmith, and it's amazing
thanks,
what she
Ron.
wields.
So
She wields it like that. But my God, her and numbers. Dear
Really?
God, never
can't do
have a
numbers.
conversation with her
Yeah.
about even
No,
like
I'm
a taxi
innumerate.
ride. Going, well, I paid $5. Oh, she can't.
Yeah.
No.
She doesn't
Yeah.
even.
But you
she
know
can't.
why? I think Australian women are bad at math because we're always told that that's 10 inches. I mean, that's clearly the reason. Need I say more?
But how did you get into writing then, if you left at 16 and like your first book, that's now on the curriculum, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah. I know, it's mad, isn't it? I only write because it's cheaper than therapy. I've written 21 novels. Yes, I know.
amazing.
Where is my gold inkwell? But the first book I wrote was about growing up with these surfy boys in Australia. And I only wrote it for the other surfy girlfriends to give them some objectivity because we were really nothing more than a life support system to a pair of breasts.
Yeah.
I mean, the boys I grew up with were so sexist. They used to get us to, these are the surfy guys, cut their names out in paper, sticky tape into our stomachs, and then sunbake so we get a tan tattoo in the shape of their name. So if ever I get cancer, I'll have a melanoma called Bruce.
No.
I'll have to have a brucectomy to get rid of it.
Yeah.
So I wrote a book about them and about that world, and I had no idea it was going to go from
mental.
I went from non-entity to overnight notoriety at 17. That was quite a roller coaster ride.
God,
and my mum told me the other day, Ron, I didn't tell you, I went to see Mum. It was 95. And she said, Kath, do you remember when you were writing Puberty Blues and you came to see me? Because I'd moved out at 16 and I was about 17 then. And I said to Mum, I'm writing this book, it's a bit racy. Do you want me to use a nom de plume? I had a really good one. I was going to call myself Sue Denim.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
And I remember she said to me, she said to me, that she patted me on the arm condescending and said, don't worry, darling, I don't think that book's ever going to get published.
God,
and of course, it's a massive cult book in Australia. It's like The Catcher in the Rye of Australia. God. It's huge, yeah.
That's just
and
amazing.
then I thought, well, what a great job, right? It is being a writer. You can, work in your jammies all day. You can drink heavily on the job. You can have affairs and call it research. What's not to love?
Yeah.
Tell us about your new book.
Well, yeah.
The Sisterhood Rules.
Yeah.
Oh, well, the Sisterhood Rules. In all my novels, I champion women because it's still a man's world. It's 100 years since Emily Pankhurst tied herself to the railings. We still don't have equal pay. We're still getting concussion hitting our head on the glass ceiling, and we're supposed to clean it while we're up there. So I always champion women, but in this, we have to admit there are some women in the world who need to go to the vets and get their claws done. Pam Levitt, and Caroline Levitt, Pam Bondi. I mean, come on. So I wanted to explore a book where the sisterhood goes sour. So it's about two sisters who haven't spoken for 5 years since one had an affair with the other one's husband, the ultimate betrayal. But when their mother goes missing, they're forced to come back together to try and find her. But it's really about promoting the idea of feminism and sisterhood because, the women's rights are slipping back all around the world. A woman born in America today has less rights than her grandmother. So there's the abortion bans in America. In Afghanistan, women being erased. In Iran, never has a haircut been so political. Here we've got upskirting and date rape and grooming and revenge porn and Andrew Tate and incel and everything. But it's important to remember that the sisterhood is powerful because if you look at the Me Too movement, that started with one tweet and it brought down Harvey Weinstein. I mean, it's sobering to reflect that with the Epstein files, there's only one person in prison and it's a woman. Not that she doesn't deserve to be there, but why has no man been held to account? I think women need to get sisterly again, and really get back at the barricades. So there's a lot of sisterhood rules. Like number one rule is that husbands come and go, but girlfriends last forever. So never let a penis come between us. Number one. Be the wind beneath her bingo wings, supportive, be human wonder. See, Ronnie's my human wonder bra, uplifting, supportive, and making me look bigger and better at all times. I mean, that's what female friendship's about.
I had no idea that breasts were supposed to be above your waist. Though. That was still one thing. I seem to remember that in my distant past, that they were supposed to be above your clavicles. And I had to wind them in like sardines. But anyway, in principle.
Yeah. And it's true, isn't it? Well, the female friendships are so supportive.
Yeah.
And I feel so I don't know about blokes, if you've got that sort of, that amazing network of friends you can be absolutely honest with. And
I think as you get older, you can wheedle them out. But
find your true friends, you mean? Yeah.
I think as one ages, that naturally happens. But it is a difficult area. And I also think, talking about what you're saying with regard to the rise of the right, if you like, that doesn't necessarily lend itself to women's rights particularly, And I think you're absolutely right, and that there needs to be a new sisterhood.
Well, we're kind of on the road to Gilead. So, but I would also say to the men, we need you to join us at the barricades because we've been saying the same thing. I've been saying the same feminist thing since I was a teenager. And we still don't have equal pay, etc. So we need you guys. This is not.
I mean, being honest, if you're having an honest discussion about it, I don't think always it's very easy just to go, make that divide between men and women. I don't think sometimes women are very supportive.
Well, that's what my book's about.
Which is about, you look at Instagram
yeah.
and women can't win if they're aging gracefully, they look too old, or if they've done too much
but
stuff.
that's because we live in a patriarchy, so women try to be successful in the patriarchy by mimicking men. Because
very good
other point of this book that I'm writing,
point.
we've written, The Sisterhood Rules, is about older women having a sensational second act. Because, I mean, I'm probably the oldest person in the room. I'm 67 or 6'7", as I'd rather say. And this wonderful thing happens post-menopause. Nobody talks about how everyone's going, the menopause is terrible. And it is awful. You sweat more than Donald Trump doing a Sudoku. But on the other side of that, it's the best time of a woman's life. No period cramps, no pregnancy scares. You've got all that tampon money to spend. And also, you kind of come into your true self because women are brought up to be decorative and demure.
Yes.
But at about 50, you get a kind of, can you swear on the show?
Yes.
You get a kind of, but I'm 50 gene.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, you no longer care what people think about you. For women, men are always like that.
Yeah.
But for women, it's so liberating for us.
Sure.
So the mother in the book, when the girls find their mother, they think she's at a Dignitas clinic in Switzerland, but they rush down through the woods. They think it's an end-of-life ritual, and she's dancing naked around a fire pit with a 39-year-old alpine horn player. And her motto is never put off today. Never put off till tomorrow. Someone you could be doing today. And that's what my message to women too is that you don't give up sex when you get old. You get old if you give up sex. So keep having a sensational second act. No, but your second act, you see, you're going to come into your own, Ronnie.
Am I?
Yes.
When will that
Your
happen?
orgasms get longer
You
and
are
stronger.
you are now.
You feel comfortable.
What is that word?
What is good sex about? It's about being comfortable in your skin. And at this age, as I said, you don't care what people think. So you feel relaxed.
The only thing, Kath, I would say though, especially because I'm in quite a, I've had a bit of a renaissance and I've done a few films and a big TV show
And you're
recently.
starring in. Can I say what you're starring
in?
She's starring in Eastgate.
Yes. Well, I'm actually, it's probably hell of an end, that thing. But I noticed that, and as well being in comedy, that my male contemporaries in comedy are still kind of allowed to be the sex symbol or be on the panel shows or this or that. But the women, the equivalent age, it's pretty bad.
It is.
And then, of course, they get new, shiny young women, which is wonderful. But you can't say anything because if you are being unsupportive to a young woman, that's the worst possible thing you can be. So it's a kind of new, interesting. I find myself literally doing this on screen, and the directors have said, "Can you take your hands away from your face?" And I'm going, I feel my character's very pensive at this moment. She's just thinking about the options in her life, and I think she's contemplating.
Well, the sexism, the age of sexism is sewn into our psyche and sewn into our vernacular. For example, what Ronnie's saying, a man my age is a silver fox, whereas I'm written off as an old bag, a hag, a chook, a harridan. And when men disagree with me on that, I'm like, well, have you ever been dismissed as mutton dressed as ram?
I know.
Ever in your life? No, you're too young.
Have you ever been told that you shouldn't be wearing what you're wearing because you're too old for it now?
I've told myself that, but just because of what I feel as a societal pressure, but nobody's ever said it to me.
And part of the problem is we never see women who are aging normally on television. 85% of people on British television over 50 are men. The women get put out to career pasture. And Ronnie's saying in her profession, feeling, well, you want to support younger women, but you're also like, what about me? There should just be more roles.
Yeah.
What was that thing Emma Thompson said the other day? There are more movies about men called Chris than there are films about women over 50.
Oh, I know. I think that, I think, it's quite difficult.
Well, how do you feel about the new role now that you are playing in EastEnders? What's your character like?
I think it's sort of probably, has reached its denouement by now, if you know what I mean. It wasn't the sort of thing that I was basically approached by them, which was very sweet, going, Ronnie, we've got the most deranged, annoying, mentally disturbed, neurodiverse, appalling woman ever, and it's been written for
Oh,
you. We can't think of anyone else. I'm like, nobody else? No, just you. It has to be
Well,
you.
I gave them all the material, obviously.
So here's the thing. I've always ended up playing, I've never played a wife in my life. I'm always a grotesque femme fatale or damaged or
the she bitch from hell,
neurodiverse or, you know, so I literally, even though clearly I'm adorable, but, you know,
She
my
is
friend
adorable.
Sally
Yes.
Phillips, she plays lots of wives and girls next door and stuff. And I'm much nicer than she is. So in real life,
So much
Sally,
nicer.
I
Yeah.
love you. But it does tend to be. I sort of have a tendency, but the head of EastEnd, they've just won a BAFTA. It just had really wanted to bring in more comedic, tragi-comedy characters.
Because you get to do voices and things. Do you get to do sort of
No,
impressions?
no. I'm a sort of very tragi-comedy character who is quite tragic, but I've made, they wanted to bring more humour in. But of course, I spiral into a raging psychopath, of course, bien sûr. And it's been a extraordinary ending. I mean, quite explosive, to put it mildly. But I think that they wanted to have a character that was, I wanted to bring someone very nuanced in who desperately wanted to be in the centre of things and desperately wanted to be liked. And we see it a lot with people, you know, when you desperately want to be liked and you become a chameleon for that person, you know, and you be what that person wants you to be. But I wanted to push it further and make it, when it becomes too extreme, how it happens and how that sort of topples into malevolence. And she's gloriously camp villainess in the end. Absolutely glorious. And it is quite interesting, the reactions I have. First of all, what was very interesting for me doing it was like a guest stint, but I had, of course, I used to do Alistair and
Yes,
McGowan and
yeah.
I used to do all the impressions of the EastEnders, and there were a lot of people there that are still there.
Oh my
that
God,
we did
like
impressions of, who I absolutely adore. All of them. They're amazing. There's a lot of snobbery about EastEnders, but they are extraordinary actors. Well, Jess Wallace, wonderful cat. She goes, I can do you doing me, and she does my impression of
so
her back
funny.
at me, and
That's
Letitia
surreal.
Dean did my impression back
Oh
at
my
me the other
God,
day.
do it.
And of
What was it
course,
like?
Well, the one that, of course, the darling that I did the most was Barbara, was Peggy.
lovely, yeah.
And of course, Alistair and I used to do kind of intellectual EastEnders every week, where Peggy would be rowing about Dostoevsky and going, and they'd be having this, you know,
Well, I'm sorry, he was essentially a bourgeois of elitist. Have a word with yourself, Peggy. Dostoevsky was a...
you know, we'd go on and do it every week.
Isn't that
And
a
then
brilliant idea?
And then we would do also slightly like the Truman Show, where they would go, Peggy, I saw football. What do you mean football? You know what I mean? And she'd say, I saw Grant. You know what I mean? And why are there people always whispering around us?
We're the whispers. They don't like us and we don't like...
So we do loads of this stuff, and I knew darling Barbara Windsor very well, and she said, you know, you made me do Get Out of My Pub more because I got to go, go on, get out of my... And she said, and I had to do it because you were doing it so much. So when I first went onto the set, I'd already met a lot of the cast from years and years ago. But of course, I rang up Alistair because I did a scene on the Bench of Tears. We called it the Bench of Tears.
Oh, that's funny.
Because we'd always have these, you know, when somebody, you know, was in the back of a cab going to Manchester, it was death. You know, we had this kind of, you know, this like language for EastEnders. So it's been doubly extraordinary.
It's quite surreal, actually.
It's
you're
quite
doing
surreal.
it.
Fantastic.
It's quite surreal. And the reaction has been, it's quite difficult bringing in a character that hasn't got a family per se, especially when you're doing something, because there's a lot of the audience are very passionate and really
Devoted,
and don't see, you know what I mean? I've had lots of people go, how could you? How could you? I've got people shouting at me in supermarkets and going, why did you do that, Sally? You know, especially because the darling Emma Bottom's playing Honey, I'm sort of infiltrating I'm infiltrating. I'm trying to get. It's like a cuckoo. It's kind of Gone Girl and Misery and
amazing.
Single White
That's
Female
great.
all rolled into one.
Ronnie?
But it should have been out by now.
Can you do Joe?
Oh my God, try and do me. Try and do me.
Do you know what I would say about Joe? Because I'm a huge fan of yours, seriously. And when people say to me, well, who have you met? Who have you met in the business? And I go, and who have you? And everybody loves Gavin and Stick. I mean, everybody loves it so much. And I've mentioned sometimes, I've met and I know Joanna, and they're like, oh. And then I will do what I call like a not a good, like the one I do with Kathy. It's not a proper impression.
Right, a general sort of.
It's just a general
comedic
go on, see if you can do me.
I can't put my own. Please let me
Go
do
on.
Olivia Colman instead.
do me.
But I
See if you
can't.
can do me. Go on.
I'm too terrified now because it's the worst thing. It's the
Ronnie, do
worst
it,
thing.
please.
Go on,
No,
do
because I
it.
can't do it, and also because you've got to
Yeah.
be really careful on what I did a part in Stella. Do you
Yes,
remember?
yes.
It was one of the most terrifying things I've ever done because Wonderful Ruth wanted me to do a proper Swansea Valley accent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was doing it in front of a full Welsh crew, full Welsh cast. That's why I
Yeah.
can't do you now in
Oh,
front
go
of
on,
you.
do me,
Because
do me.
because
Do me, Ronnie, do me.
me.
Go on, do me.
No, I can't. No,
More champagne?
I can't
Go on.
do you.
It's
Go on, see, look, you're nearly there. I bet it's him. Go on, do it, do it.
It's comedic intercourse interrupted.
Yeah, go on, do
As
it.
good as.
Go on.
We didn't go that way. Actually, no. I can't know because everybody will go, well, that doesn't sound anything like it because it's not like an impression I've done. Well, other impressions I've got so sort of I get so into them that I end
How
up-
long does it take you to like master someone's voice? And what is it that you like hear with someone, Dee, that you go, oh my God, I'd love to be able to like master that one and then work on it?
I think there's lots of criteria come into place. There's the emotional response of that person. You know, it's where the noise comes from in their head. A lot of people's voice, the resonance comes from the top of the head or the back of the throat or the Audrey Hepburn, darling, and nobody knows what she sounds like anymore, but it was right at the front of the mouth, you know.
Yeah.
Or, you know, and then it's the speech patterns and it's the emotion. And you notice, like, classic example, like Olivia Colman only ever says things in 5 words, last word very quick. You know what I mean? It's actually not very good for podcasts because there's always a big gap between everything I say.
It's true. Gap is big as
so
a gap
that
between the teeth.
you end up sort of and their attitude, you know, I used to be a cleaner, not really, but you know, it's kind of there's an emotional attitude and there's the sound and there's the, you know, like Jennifer, she just doesn't actually move her mouth, does she?
That's right.
No, I don't actually move my, you know, there's all sorts of
God.
there's
So
all sorts of
it's
things.
interesting, isn't it? How physical it is. Yeah.
There's all sorts of things that sort of come into play with it, but it is a quite it's a very useless skill. In the scene of an accident, literally, let me through. I can do Katie Price. I mean, you know, what is it offering? What am I offering to society? Very little.
But no, you're offering a huge amount.
is, of
Because in a
course.
dinner party, you know,
Oh,
my
yeah, it's
God, it's
wonderful.
incredible.
I'm so thrilled that you're doing this amazing podcast. I did a spoof podcast with Hal Crottington about 2 idiots doing a podcast 10 years too late. And we've got a Gen Z producer who hates us. It's very close to the
that's
truth.
excellent.
And the reason I bring that up is that Alistair McGowan does these amazing fake adverts on this podcast. So Hal and I are being undermined all the time. So we had Joe Brand on, who I absolutely adore, and we do a jigsaw with him. And I'm like, this is the first time, isn't it? There's been a podcast doing games with comics, and she's going, yeah, great, Ronnie, hurrah. Yes, really good, it's really original. And then the advert will come on, and Alistair does this pitch perfect Stuart Lee going, you know, welcome to my podcast, tune in, you know, loosen up with Lego, where I'll be, you know what I mean? So every advert, every kind of, you know, he does all the comics sort of undermining us. But
Unfortunately, we are that podcast because this is my least favourite part of our show. When will you play a game with us?
It's not the bill, is
Is
it?
is it sort of strip poker? What are we?
Well, we don't know.
Yeah,
Joe and
we
I
don't actually know
know.
what the game is. But if you win the game, you do get to take home our lovely tablecloth.
It's good, isn't it?
Surprise.
It is, isn't it?
I'm
It's
nervous
really
now.
good.
It's really good, isn't it?
Well, we'll frame it, obviously. You know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Beautiful.
it's a
It won't be
lovely
used in that
piece.
area I never go into.
Yes, you'll never use
No.
it for the kitchen.
Oh, and it's revealed under this cloche, and Sam always wears a different glove.
Oh, very
love
nice.
this.
Yes, I can see. It's very good.
Are you ready? Actually, the unveiling is a bit dull.
Oh,
But in here are 5 names.
Oh,
Kathy, Matt, and Joe, we're going to pick one out each,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're going to do an impression of that person. And,
Oh God, this is like the worst.
and Ronnie,
The worst game ever!
Ronnie, you're going to judge who is the best.
oh, excellent. That's great.
And then maybe you could show them how it's done.
Yeah.
If
Yes,
you've got
that's a good
confidence.
idea.
I don't.
That's a
I
good
mean,
idea.
remember that I'm literally 104 years old now, and I can't
God.
bear to watch all the new. I'm not au fait with all the new people because.
Well,
literally,
neither am
you're
I.
these-
I mean, oh God, this is the
God
worst
help
game
us.
ever.
Worst
This
game
is
ever.
actually-
I've loved all the other ones.
Bastard, which bastard thought this up? I'm literally looking around.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
you.
God.
Too
No,
brutal.
you are not.
So you're going to take a name each,
Yeah.
then you're going to do the impression of that person. Ronnie, you're going to try and guess who it is,
Oh, okay.
and then you're going to decide which one was the best. And then also, if you know how to do the person, you can always jump in.
God.
And if Ronnie gets it right, you win a tea towel. And Ronnie, if you get one right, you can have a tea towel.
I'm not getting the tea towel, am I? I'm seeing
I
that
think
this
these
is
are
good.
easy.
Why don't you just be honest and go, there's no way
hard.
you're going to win a t-shirt. Tea towel /
considering
clue.
abstaining from this, actually.
Embarrassing.
These games just get worse and worse. And
You just need to stop moaning and get on with it.
Oh my God.
Sam, I love this surprise.
He is, yeah.
I was a
It's the glove
teacher
in it,
too,
it's the
so I'll get my
glove.
teacher voice out. If
The
you're not careful.
gastronomic love god is
Yeah.
thwanging his spatula.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Not done that for a while.
Is this a spin-off for wanging the
Wanging the
spatula?
spatula.
I sense a spin-off. There's so many podcasts we can get out today. Anyway, come on then.
You guys go for it. You're the
Can I
professionals.
just
Just say
first,
that
I'll go
I
first,
am
get over and
always
done with.
open
I wanna
to
see if I like the other
bribes.
one more.
If anybody wants a little brown
Oh, well,
envelope,
I'm convict
okay.
stock. I'll bribe you.
Yeah, I'm sure
Oh,
you will.
God. Right, I'll go first.
Oh.
You ready?
You're going first.
Yeah. Oh. 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 I'd like a pint of wine.
That's Nessa from Gavin and Stacey.
Supposed to be guessing.
Oh.
This is your game.
But she wasn't going to get it.
Couldn't do the accent. I couldn't do the accent.
I think it's a little bit skewed in your favour, doing a Welsh character with a.
But
was
I couldn't
very
do
good.
the accent. Do you think
It
it was
was
good? I
very
couldn't do the
good.
Cardiff accent.
I thought you were Melania having an orgasm.
Could you actually do? I want
Yeah.
to talk to you about the differences between Welsh accents.
Well, no,
in a
there's
minute.
Swansea and Cardiff because Stacey was supposed to be Cardiff, and I couldn't do the Cardiff accent, so that's why she was Stacey. So I didn't. I did a Swansea Nessa there. I'm limited in my abilities.
Wow. Do you know Alison McGowan's little party trick is that he will talk to somebody, and he can go. Literally born in Northamptonshire, went to Canada for 10 years, came back, and it's
Oh my
extraordinary. I've
God.
never seen anything.
Wow. Wow.
So
Yeah.
where do we go now? Do we do the same one and I
Right,
pretend that I
morning,
don't?
ladies. How are we doing? You all right?
Do more.
How you doing?
That's
What?
quite good.
Hey? What? It's what?
I think that's very good.
Who do you think it is?
I think that's Shane Allen, Alfie Moon.
Really? No.
I thought that as well then, just for a bit. Do some more, do more.
No, that's it.
That's it. That's his repertoire.
Do the same line again then. Let me
I'm just
hear it
telling
again.
you, that is Shane Ritchie doing Alfie Moon. That's what I think.
She's got the tea towel.
Oh my God, well done! That is brilliant! Well done!
That is is a bloody good impression.
He's lying.
Thank you very much.
I saw that.
He's lying.
Are you lying?
No.
I'm with Sam. I think
Why
Sam
would I
the
lie?
man.
Why would I lie?
Reveal a paper.
Have I got the t-shirt? Have I got the tea towel or not?
Why would I
Done
lie?
my impression yet.
I saw that piece of paper.
Okay, reveal.
And I
paper.
printed the paper out. That he was not on
No,
it.
he's
I'm
lying.
telling you, that is a very...
That was a good
impression.
impression.
Thanks.
Danny
That's it.
Dyer.
Excellent.
Danny Dyer.
Is that Danny Dyer?
Yeah.
Ah.
It was either or. I'm not very committed to these games. I'm so sorry.
Wow, clearly. Anyway,
Right.
come on then, my darling.
Right, I'll do mine now. As I said, I can't add. Do you have a cucumber which I could just subtly, sort of almost fillet? before
Nigella.
I
That's
put
Nigella.
Home cooking.
That's
is that
Nigella.
just that place a husband thinks his wife is. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Not
that
as
was
good as
very
hers.
You've got
That
yourself
was very
detail
good.
I
there.
just had to say fillet to cucumber, and you all knew exactly who I meant.
We knew.
Fine.
Very good.
Excellent.
Thank you for playing that brilliant game.
How does this happen with the tea?
We're going to cut it in half.
We've got more than.
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll give you each a
excellent.
tea
Believe it or
towel and you
not.
deserve it after that. Yeah.
They aren't one off.
You.
Thank you so much for coming and
Oh
chatting
my
to us
God.
today.
Thank you.
It's been really delightful.
loved
It's like a
that.
seance. We should be holding hands.
Yeah.
It's been a
I
hoot.
literally don't want to go now. Get rid of the other guests. We'll just stay and
We'll finish off the
we
bottle.
could do
To you
another
all
7
day.
episodes easily.
Yes.
And here's to see more men in the kitchen.
Yes.
That is the true recipe for success.
Yeah. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you,
Thanks, Sam.
That was delicious.
The gastronomic love god. Can we now have you naked on a bed of meringue?
You definitely don't want to see that.
I definitely do.
Oh, we do.
Especially just leave the glove on.
The glove, yeah.
Just the one glove.
Thank you so much for joining us today on Table for Four. So great.
I shouldn't be here, Ronnie. I hate cooking.
I
as you
know.
I think a balanced
Like I
meal is
don't know.
whatever stays on your spoon en route to your mouth while you're drinking and laughing. But don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to the YouTube channel.
And you can follow the podcast on Apple, Spotify, but anywhere that you're listening, it's there to listen to.
And all the recipes from the series can be found on the Good Food app. And the biggest recipe for success? Men, get into the kitchen.
And also, the food is so good.
And the gastronomic love god, Sam. Can we serve him up naked
I
on
don't
a
know.
bed
I
of
couldn't
meringue?
finish
I'd
all
like
the
that.
rest
That'd
because I
be
was
so
talking
good.
too much.
I
He
know.
took the
He's
dishes
so
early.
dishy,
I
isn't he?
know,
He's
isn't
the
he?
best dish. Yeah.
So lovely, the food.
Ronnie and Kathy, that was
Oh, I'm still quite tipsy from Kathy's cocktail.
a whirlwind breakfast, wasn't it?
That was amazing. I just want the pair of them to take me out. I want a girls' night out with those two.
I don't think you've got much choice. I think that's happening, and I hope you have a great time.
Yeah.
I am obsessed with Brian.
Oh, I know. I would like
I feel
to meet
like
Brian.
I know
I'd like
everything
Brian to
about
cook for
him,
me.
yet I want to know more.
Yes.
And I feel like he's in a very similar situation to me right now, except that he's chained or glued to this worktop.
But I think he likes that. I think he likes that very much.
Oh, she's had an effect on you. The innuendos. Tuck in.
Completely. I love them. I love the pair of them.
Yeah.
I love them. Absolutely. I thought that was just brilliant.
She's hammered. She's hammered.
I've had the cocktail.
She's hammered.
I've had the cocktail, and I feel quite wild, free, and abandoned. And I am going to clean up a little bit, and then I will leave you to it. And then I'm just going to go off with the girls. Do you know what? Right now, stuff it. Not even tidying. I will leave you to it. You can be in the kitchen. You can think about Brian. I'm going. Bye.